Hey guys, NES Complex here. Today I wanted to review a game for the NES that starts with the letter X, because as everyone knows, the letter X is the coolest letter in the alphabet. There's only 3 games for the NES that start with the letter X. There's Xevious, Xenophobe, and Zexus. But how do you decide which game to choose? I did the only thing I could think to do. Take a Chutes and Ladders spinner and add the box art for each game. Now let's give this a spin and see which game I'm going to review. Alright, I'm going to give this a spin. And the winner is Xenophobe. Okay.
There are thousands of classic games, and just as many ways of rating them. But if you love retro games as much as I do, and just want to know if a game is worth playing, then only one question need be answered. Xenophobe from Sunsoft was released on the NES in 1988, but was actually a port of a game released 1 year earlier in the arcades. Being able to select from 3 playable characters right off the bat is pretty cool. The arcade version apparently had 9 different characters to choose from, but for obvious reasons the NES had to scale it back to 3. The first thing that jumps out at you when you play Xenophobe is the fact that you're only playing with half the screen. And this is obviously because it was designed to be a split-screen co-op game. The arcade game actually allowed you to play 3 players simultaneously, but again, the NES had to cut it back. The premise is pretty simple. You have a certain amount of time to kill all of the Xenos or aliens in the level. The problem is though, if there is a time limit, it's not on the screen. I timed it and it's about 5 minutes per stage, but you don't have to kill all the Xenos to advance. Many times the level ends and there's still Xenos in the room. In fact, it's possible to clear entire levels and probably the entire game without firing a single shot or killing a single Xeno. Well, I say clear the entire game, but there's a problem there too. While there are 8 stages in Xenophobe, when you finish stage 8, there's no ending, no reward. You simply start over again, and you play through all the levels again and again and again. The only way you can technically beat it is by getting a high score of 990,000. But with all the great games out there, there's not a chance on God's green earth that I would ever do that. So let's just cut to the chase and ask ourselves the big question: is it fun? I'll try to put this simply. No.
I think I'm going to give this another spin.
Okay, fine. Maybe I didn't give this game a fair shake. It is an arcade game after all, and so it doesn't have the same sort of structure, and I generally enjoy games where the main goal is just to get a high score. There are some power-ups that could be pretty interesting, like the laser pistol that fires rapid fire, or the lightning gun, the smoke gun, or the grenades that you can throw. Now, these sound great. The problem is, after playing the game for about an hour, I didn't encounter any of them except I got 1 grenade, and I also got the rapid-fire laser pistol 1 time. I just wish you could know how to find these power-ups. They're just unpredictable random drops from random enemies. There's just really no way to know. You know, I tried to look at the bright side of these games, but oh, who am I kidding? The graphics are bad. I mean, this game came out in 1988, the same year as Mario Bros. 2. The sound is non-existent, just bloops and bleeps and sound effects. It's impossible to beat, the levels are boring, the enemy's repetitive, you look like an idiot when you walk. The power-ups, while cool, are impossible to find. And the artwork on the cover is a ripoff from Alien. Next time I review a game, I'm going to review a game that ripped off Alien the right way. Now, if you like this game for some nostalgic reason, I can understand that. But for the developer Sunsoft, who put out classics like Batman, Blaster Master, and Journey to Silius to put out this piece of garbage, there's really no excuse. Especially for 1988, they should have been able to do better. Xenophobe is just bad.